Hey everyone, this is All Things Tech, and in this video we're going to be looking at these from TP-Link. Now these are a mesh system to improve your Wi-Fi at home. They're pretty cost effective and they're very, very smart. Let's take a closer look. So before I show you the product, let me explain to you the benefits of a mesh system. Now, in a standard house which may be over 2 floors, you'll tend to find that you get your internet coming from the outside. And then there'll be a wire which will connect it to your router. Now that will be your internet service provider. Now, if you haven't got any other device, then that router has to provide internet to the whole house, and that can be very difficult when things like walls and different floors are in the way. Now, the benefit with a mesh system is it will take that internet connection and then create its own network via the different access points that you have. So in this instance, and what I'll be showing you today, there's 3 different access points. This creates a secure Wi-Fi network which you can then connect to seamlessly, and when you're traveling throughout that area, you'll find that there will be no dead spots, and also it will seamlessly connect to the right router at the right time. Now, the other benefit with this mesh system that I'm going to be showing you today is that not only are they Wi-Fi, but they're also powerline, which means that they can communicate with each other via Wi-Fi signals with a 2.4 GHz wireless connection and a 5 GHz wireless connection, and also a up to 1000 gigabit powerline connection. And that means no matter what size your property is, you should be able to get a very fast and stable Wi-Fi connection no matter where you are in the property. And hopefully that means that everybody will get the streaming and the download speeds that they want. So the guys at TP-Link have sent this over for me to review. They've not asked me to say anything good or bad about it, and so therefore all of my thoughts are my own. Now this is the Deco P9 system. So this is a 3-router system which is designed to give you fast, stable Wi-Fi everywhere. You can see that it will cover up to 6,000 square feet. So most people, that is far more than what they need in any office or home environment. It will also connect up to 100 devices, and the setup, I have to say, is very simple, so you don't need any Wi-Fi experience to be able to set these things up. Okay, so in the box you get the 3 routers which are identical. There is no difference between any of them, and you get the 3 power cables plus an Ethernet cable to connect to your existing ISP router. Now on each one of these routers there are 2 gigabit Ethernet ports, which again is great to see. One of these will need to connect to the router. It doesn't matter which one of these devices do you do that with, but the other ones, it means that you've obviously got 2 options for a wired connection, which again is nice to see. The design is neat and pretty small. It's not the smallest. I would like them to be a little bit smaller. There are others on the market which are a bit more reduced, but hopefully that means that you are getting a better signal with these. All of these come with their own power cable, and that is effectively it. They just literally need to be plugged in. Setting these up is a simple step-by-step process via the app which you download from your relevant store. You will need to create an account and then just select which version of Deco you're setting up. Now the great thing with this Deco range is they will interact with each other, so if you have got existing Decos you can add different versions. Unplug your existing router from your ISP and then plug in the Ethernet cable and then connect it to one of the TP-Link routers. Now once you've done that, you'll just need to turn everything back on. Now with any internet system, it normally takes a few minutes, so just be patient, wait for the corresponding light, whatever that is. So for me, I'm on a BT broadband system, and it will go from green to blue when it's ready, and then you'll notice on the TP-Link router you'll get a blue flashing light. So this is very similar to setting up any Wi-Fi device. You literally just now click on Deco's LED is pulsing blue, and now you go to your Wi-Fi settings on your device and connect to the Deco Wi-Fi. Once that's connected, you can then go back to the app and click on the fact that you're connected. I've just sped this up, but effectively it will find the device and then it will ask you where you've placed it. Now in my case, mine is in the living room, so I've set it to there. Now that's all you need to do. You need to set the connection type, and in my case and in most people's cases it will be dynamic IP, but if you are operating a different system then you've got one of these other options to choose from. So the next thing that you'll need to do is set the network name and password that other people will then connect to. Now this is the network of the Deco devices. So I've called mine All Things Tech and given it a password, and then I'll be able to connect to that network. And there we go, you're done. That is your first access point created. Now setting up the other two that come within the box is even simpler because it will automatically find that network that you've set up and automatically connect to them. You'll just need to make sure that you put whether you're on a 1-floor setup or a 2-floor setup. Now there's absolutely tons of things that you can do within the application, but I'm just going to show you two in this video. The first one is parental controls. Now this is where you can set very strict controls over the access to the network. So you can create one for children, for instance. Now you can have multiple ones, so you can have different ones for different age children. You can change the categories to the type of information which they can access or can't, whether they can download or not, and even restrictive websites. Another great feature within this is time control. So this might be how much time, how many hours a day are you going to allow somebody to spend on the internet. Now this can do it through different times of the day, or you can set it for bedtimes, for instance. And you can even have different times on different days of the week. So the weekend you might be a little bit more relaxed. You can also add it for each device. So therefore, if someone's got a device like an Xbox or a phone, you can set the time and the controls for that individual device, which is great. Another feature which I really like is the ability to create a guest network for people visiting your property, so they're not having access to your main Wi-Fi setup. So my friends, since installing this, I've definitely noticed that there's been 0 dead zones in my property, and the Wi-Fi connection has seemed far more stable. Now, I'm not saying that this is the only product that will do that, but this comes in at a very effective price. I will leave the latest price links in the description for you to check out for yourself, but I've been mightily impressed. So this is the TP-Link Deco P9 system. It's definitely one that I would advise you check out if you're in the market for this improved Wi-Fi setup. Thanks as always.